As some of you know, I've been trying to do TNA with the dance pad for the better part of 7 days. Me and my friends are losing all morale, and we are starting to take less and less attempts throughout the day. So, the only logical thing to do with the rest of my time is do every Minecraft ball salter without armor and without accessories.
I'm a scat man.
Boss altars are sacrificial shrines, where you give ingredients for you to be teleported into the altar. Every single boss drops unique items that can be only obtained from said boss, which is why they have an amped difficulty. So, without any more delaying, as this took me nearly a whole week to complete, let's dive into how I beat every boss altar without armor. I forgot to mention that I'm also doing this challenge with at-level weapons. Basically what that means is if the boss altar has a minimum level recommendation at 20, I cannot use a weapon that's higher than level 20. Just to add more difficulty, because who doesn't love difficulty? Because I fucking love difficulty! We start this endeavor by heading over to Darum Isles, where the first boss altar is located. He wasn't that much of an issue, so I just flew above him with shuriken spamming and went on to the next fucking boss altar. I won't be wasting time on the boss altars that are easy, so bear with me while we sift through the easy ones. It gets much harder, I promise you. With the help of Twitch chat directing me to where the actual fuck the Rotten Passage boss altar was, we enter it with annoyance because holy shit. When you give ingredients to this boss altar specifically, you get ear raped, bro. I don't understand why. My ears are bleeding. I was not expecting this altar to just take my ears and shove its dick inside of them. But after cleaning up the blood from my ears, we enter the boss fight and do the exact same thing as before, just pirouette and shuriken spam, and he eventually falls. We head over to the Rymek boss altar, realizing that after 1,000 hours on this server, I have still not done the quest that gives you access to the Rymek elevators. So I went to complete the quest, and then I went to the boss altar. I was told by my chat that this is where it would get difficult, but, yeah, difficult, they said. I don't think anything in this challenge is truly going to be difficult. Okay, I lied. It got a tiny bit more challenging in Prison of Souls. A lot of people know this boss altar because it drops a very good bracelet for T-stack/melee builds. It took me a total of 3 attempts to get to the second phase, but thankfully, I first tried the second phase. This is only level 45. Surely, it won't get harder. Right? Thankfully, I was wrong. The Plague Doctor was pretty easy. I first tried him with 0 issues. I'm just as surprised as you are, to be honest. I've come to know that the arenas that have more area for me to fly around in are much easier than the ones that are a bit more enclosed. We entered Tribe Sanctuary, which is located near Tromes, and this is where I truly thought this challenge would become very difficult. But yet again, we first tried him without troubles or issues. Maybe I should probably just stop doubting myself. With this new boost and self-confidence, I went over to Volcanic Isles, where the next boss altar was located. Once entered, I had no idea this boss fight can spell chain and fly up a wall, scaring the ever-living shit out of me. Don't believe me? Take a look. Get away from me! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, what the fuck? Yeah. Going in with no knowledge of 90% of these boss altars and seeing a lava spider climb up a wall is not something you want to see. We go in with mana potions next time and send the spider back to the depths of hell that it came from. Next is Temple of Legends. I really don't have much to say about this one. It was pretty difficult while even having the elemental weakness advantage, taking me a total of 4 tries to beat this boss. There really wasn't any tricks or difficult things about the boss itself. It just felt fair, but challenging at the same time. So I wasn't too annoyed at the several attempts it took to beat him. The Temple of Legends boss altar was the most important boss altar in this challenge in terms of progression. The reason why is because this boss altar is at level level 68, which is one level off from being able to use Archangel. If you don't know what Archangel is, it's universally described as the worst assassin mythic in the game. But I bought one and used it for the rest of the challenge because Amadeus was not going to do enough damage for some of the boss altars. So the play going into the rest of the challenge was Archangel as the main weapon and Amadeus for offhand mobility and for bosses that were weak to water. The next two boss altars, one located in Kandor Forest near Gelibord, and one located in the Durnal Jungle. These two, with Archangel and Amadeus, caused zero issue. This made me really happy after the challenging boss in the Temple of Legends, and I got to thinking that I truly cracked the code for beating this challenge. Out of all the challenges I've posted on my channel, none of them have gotten me to the point of having a legitimate breakdown on stream quite like this one. It got so bad that I started playing Celeste in my free time to get my mind away from this challenge and thought about getting rid of the challenge altogether. Geyser Pit and Array of the Recluse are two boss altars that I will never forget for as long as I play this game. Each altar took me stacks of ingredients and 2 to 3 days of attempts each to complete, with dozens of attempts for each altar. I'm not going to sit here and explain everything that happened for each attempt, but here's a brief synopsis as to what actually happened. Geyser's Pit's gimmick is that the boss acts the same as Orange Weibel. For those of you who don't know what that is, basically the Geyser boss has 3 phases, with the second phase being invincible for a set amount of time. Getting him into his second phase was not a problem, but surviving his second phase was the problem. He goes berserk and it's extremely hard to predict where he's going to go. And no, intelligent viewer who's saying, just fly, you're playing Acrobat in the comment section. He also pulls you down if you go too far away. So I had to gamble every time second phase appeared if I was going to get lucky or not. The one time I did get to the third phase, I first tried him. The Recluse boss did not have an invincibility phase, rather the boss had a companion that did overwhelming amounts of damage. How this fight worked is the boss stayed back and shot one projectile around every other second. Then there was her companion who was dormant, and once he awoke, did crazy damage. There was no killing him either. Once you got rid of his health, he went dormant again for 20 to 30 seconds and then reawoke. It was a grueling boss fight. It got so bad that I actually replaced Archangel powders to Earth because the boss was weak to Earth damage, just so I could do that tiny bit of extra damage to make this fight go by even faster. I also used stat potions, which some of you might think is illegal, but they're not crafted potions. They're purchasable by pretty much every merchant in the game, and I only used them for this fight, and I used a defensive potion for Panic Zealot. If you think I cheated, I would recommend you try this fight for yourself and come back to it. Orange Weibel. I wasn't worried about Orange Weibel at all. I've done this fight countless times through the Legendary Island and this boss altar specifically, grinding for Slider. I first tried Weibel without any issues and moved on to what everyone thought would be the hardest boss altar of all, the Bottomless Pit. Out of all the bosses in the game, Panic Zealot has one of the most memorable gimmicks. What it does is sets you at 1% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. So you're probably wondering why I use a defense stat on this boss with that gimmick in play. Well, to be honest with you, I was worried about the circular particles on the ground doing damage or doing a spell misinput and falling into Zealot. I just wanted that little bit of extra protection just in case I needed it, but I really don't think I did. I specifically chose to fight Zealot with Amadeus because of his water weakness. I'm being 100% serious. If you are struggling to beat this boss, I highly recommend you using a water-based item. I was shredding his health bar with a level 70 weapon with no other stat buffs. That's just my personal recommendation. After several minutes of pirouette / multi-hit spamming him, we killed Panic Zealot, finally completed a challenge that took me 6 days and accumulated over 20 hours of footage. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more challenges in the 2.1 beta for you guys. I recently created a community Discord for my content in Minecraft specifically, and to celebrate the creation, I'm giving away an STX and a nullification, completely free. All you gotta do is join the Discord and hit enter the giveaway in the giveaway channel. You got 5 days left to join before it ends, so be sure to join before it ends. Alright, thank you guys so much. Like the video, subscribe, send it to your mom. Actually, don't. I make a sex joke. Please don't send it to your mom. Send it to like your 23-year-old sister who's single, because please, I beg. Thank y'all so much for watching. It means a lot. Take care and goodbye.